Samasa. Vibhakti, there is some in the Vibhakti, then we will, from this point on, we'll go to 2-4. And we'll see some deletion and all that.
I heard that there are only 2 words in Sanskrit with Lakshmi with Nisabdas. Lakshmi and Srihi. And what about Dvi and all? They are also Srihi. Ikara was Srihi Nisabdas.
What was the other one? Yeah, right. So there are such words, fewer in number, yes.
Then what is the significance of Sri and Dvi and Lakshmi?
No, actually the problem is that these are all synonyms. Sri, Lakshmi, etc., etc. These are all synonyms. Go to Amar Kosha, you will find this whole list. Now the thing is, why you use this, and that's a very difficult question to answer. But, and also the forms, it depends on usage. This is the kind of usage you have. Sometimes it becomes confusing, the use. How do you do it? And many a times people avoid using those words. So if you have problem, you just don't go there.
Because until and unless we can't clarify our doubts, we cannot touch that.
No, but the thing is, Sanskrit is such a language which is mostly conditioned by your own usage, how you have heard it and how you have used it. I don't think those who are familiar with the speaking thing, they don't go and consult Pāṇini's grammar or anything, no. Besides, Pāṇini's grammar is not intended to teach. In this book, I have written in that section the modern studies on Pāṇini. In that one, I have taken issues with Whitney, like Whitney couldn't tolerate Pāṇini. So I have spent a lot of time and effort on refuting Whitney. Whitney was writing a grammar for teaching Sanskrit. Our grammar is not for teaching, Sanskrit. If it is a grammar, it is a grammarian's grammar. And this was the reason why grammarians who were writing their grammars are studying the grammars, they considered the speech of the sisters as their standard. And the very fact that who were sisters, it is not any linguistic definition by which a sister is defined. What does Kumbhi Dhanya has to do with being a sister? But you have to be a tapasvi. Even you can feel that. If you are a dedicated Sanskritist and you want to study and understand, at certain point your activities, the intensity with which you approach the goal of understanding, learning, etc., is no less than tapas. Yeah. See, this is the reason why Haradatta says what grammar is. Grammar is Marnanto Vyadhir Vyakaranam. Yeah, Marnanto Vyadhir Vyakaranam Padamanjari Karaha Haradatta Mishraha. This is a Marnanto Vyadhir. But what a pleasure you get. There is something which you understand better than how it has been explained in the book. That's a pleasure. That's why they say, Ardhamatra Laghvena Putrosam Manyante Vyakaranaha. See, brevity is the required thing for formulation of rules. So if you are a grammarian and you have formulated a rule which is saving half a mora than my rule, you will rejoice as if there was the birth of a son. So long story short, what you are doing, if you are really very, very sincere and honest about the effort and you are striving for that, is no less than tapas. I have been, like what I did, I have been scolded left and right for 40 years, 45 years by my wife. See, because I have nothing in my life than Pāṇini. To the extent she used to say, even sometimes she still says, you cannot do anything but Pāṇini. I don't want to.
And is that your favorite dish when you go to outside?
What?
Is Pāṇini still your favorite Italian dish?
My son, he was, at one point, he had some function at his school and he invited me. He said, you must come. I said, yeah, I will come. And my wife also had to go. So I said, you go, I'll come. And I forgot. So I forgot, and he came back with, of course, with my wife, and I was stupid, I just didn't remember. I said, so how did it go, Alok? So and he got so mad. He said, I hate your books. And so that was that. After about 8 years, he went to do his BSc at Columbia. So when he went there, he was doing work study at the library, and out of curiosity, he just pushed my name on the keyboard, and out came my books. All the books, they were there. Then he looked where else my books are. So all over the United States and elsewhere in Europe, everywhere these books were there. He got so excited, he went to the librarian, his boss, and he said, look at this. He said, oh, that's your father. He said, yes, I'm so proud of him. So he called me and he said, they have your books. I'm so proud of you. So he's the same one who had said, I hate your books. But I didn't say anything to him. But yes, there is a reward. And if there is no apparent, obvious reward, you yourself are the best judge for that. If you are satisfied with what you are doing or what you have done, that's it. Okay. So, Pratipadikārthalinga Parimāna Vachana Matre Prathama. I'll show the complexities of this just by reading the Sanskrit. You will understand. Pratipadikārtha Satta. Pratipadikārtha Satta is there has to be some meaning there. The presence of some meaning is a meaningful thing. That is what is indicated by the Satta. And that meaningful thing could be associated with the linga. So the linga also becomes one of the meanings of the nominal stems. Ekatva, dvitva, bahutvani. And here it is very important to understand ekavachana, dvivachana, and bahuvachana. See, it's not like singular, dual, and plural. Don't be confused by that. It's oneness, two-ness, three-ness, the expression of that 1, 2, 3. That is what vachana is. Similarly, striling, pulling, napunsakani. Parimanam, dronahakari, adhakam. These are the major words. Vachanam ekatva dvitva bahutvam. That's why he is saying ekatvam dvitvam bahutvam, not ek dvi bahu. Matra shabda pratyekam abhisambandhate. In this connection, you should remember that dvandvante shruyamanam pratyekam abhisambandhate. If you have a dvandva compound made with or formed with more than one element, the last element must be read with the previous elements. Each one of them must have. That's what Matra Shabda Pratyekam Abhisambandhate means. प्रातिपदिकार्थ मात्रे, similarly linga matre, similarly pariman matre. This is what it means. द्वंद्वान्ते श्रूयमाणं प्रत्येकम सब मध्यते और मात्र शब्दः, this word matra must be read with each one of the words forming this compound. वचन मात्रे प्रथमा विभक्तिर भवति. प्रातिपदिकार्थ मात्रे is उच्चैः नीचैः लिंग ग्रहणम किम. So he is giving you things which have possibly don't have the padartha, dravya meaning, but you talk about ekatva, ditva and bahutva and etc. Parimana grahanam kim drona khari adakam ityatra yatha syat vachan grahanam kim ekatvadishu ukteshvapi yatha syat ekdo bahavaha. So here he is saying oneness, two-ness, three-ness, even if you don't have to say, if you have to say just one, two, three, even then you can use singular, dual and plural. एकत्वादिषु उक्तेषु यथा स्यात् एक द्वौ बहवो प्रातिपदिक ग्रहणं किं निपातस्य अनर्थकस्य प्रातिपदिकत्वम् उक्तम्. This is a very touchy thing. There is a theory, grammarians hold, that if there is anything which is used in speech, that must be meaningful. And this sambodhanecha. Sambodhana is not a karaka, vocative. See, what is sambodhana? Abhimukhi karanam. That is what sambodhana is. The word sambodhana is explained as abhimukhya karana, abhimukhyam, making someone to come in front of you facing. This rule is formulated to facilitate introduction of prathama, first triplet of nominal endings. This is another reason why sambodhana cannot be a case, because it can just be used without any case. A prathama is also introduced when sambodhana is to be expressed. Consider the Devadatta, O Devadatta, He Devadatta, O two Devadattas, etc. Rama, Rama, Rama. Samantrita sambodhana yat prathamat tadantam shabda rupam amantrit sanjam syat. See, he is assigning the term amantrita to the prathama of the sambodhana. A word which ends in prathama, introduced with the denotation of sambodhana address, is termed amantrita. This same way it has been illustrated with examples earlier. Amantrita is invited, right? Invited for abhimukhikarana. Applicational scopes of amantrita. See what Kashika is doing? Whenever Kashika is introducing or explaining a name, it must give you the scope of application. Because this word amantrita is going to do something to the string. So it's related to some operation. A word which ends in the prathama nominative, introduced with the denotation of sambodhana, is termed amantrita. This same way it has been illustrated. Applicational scope of amantrita. Amantritam purvam. They are just talking about some order. I think this must be in the 8th adhyaya. So it only applies to padas. Remember, there are units, there is bha and there is pada. Anga, bha, pada. And that's the most complex section. Angasya has 641, and then bhasya is 7 to 129 or something like that. And then that is where you have asiddhavad atra bhat. Abhat. Bha shabda san shabdanat purvam, asiddham. So we will come to that asiddham and asiddhavat, etc. Because in purvata siddham you have asiddham. So what are the conditions under which something can be considered suspended, and what is the difference between the asiddhatva of 8 to 1 purvata siddham and the asiddhavat of asiddhavat atrabhat later on. Now the ekavachana of some is further called sambuddhi. See, this is another technical term. And for that, you have to find the sambuddhi pradeshaha engrasva sambuddhe 6169. So remember, amantrita and sambuddhi, these are the two after the sambodhana. A singular form of the nominative prathama, which is termed amantrita, is termed sambuddhi. Thus, he pato, O skilled one, he devadatta, applicational scope is 6169 ing hrasva sambuddhe sashti sheshe. So now you see sashti sheshe. What do you understand by the use of the word sheshe? A sashti occurs after a nominal stem when the remainder of meanings are to be denoted. What are those remainder of meanings? Remainder of meanings which have already stated are those which are yet to be stated. Any other meaning for which no specification has been made must be dumped into this bag, sashti sheshe. Hey, if you don't have any rule that can take care of this meaning, dump it here. That's what it is, sashti sheshe. The word sheshe, when remainder, refers to meanings such as owner-owned, relations, etc., container, contained, angangi, bhav, etc., which may denote the sense of something other than a karman, etc., distinct from the meaning of a nominal stem. A sashti, sixth triplet of nominal endings genitive, is introduced to express that meaning. Consider Rajnyah Purushah Griham, house of the king's man. Okay? Pashoh Pada, etc.
कर्मादिभ्यो अन्यः प्रातिपदिकार्थः व्यतिरिक्तः. Now, प्रातिपदिकार्थ was given अर्थवत् अधातुः प्रत्ययः and satta was included in that. Is there any word which will not give the satta?
See, we are talking about the residual remainder of all the meanings which have already been expressed. So let's see what has been stated. Okay? Karamadi bhyo anyaha, the meanings for the use of dvitiya, etc., karmani dvitiya, etc., that has been already stated. So this has to be anya, other than those karma, etc., whose meanings have been already stated. Okay? Then let's move on. Pratipatikārtha vyatiriktaha, also those meanings which are not covered with the rule pratipadikārtha. Okay?
Is there any word in the world left out which is not covered under pratipadikārtha?
No, you just go and find yourself, and if you cannot find, use sashti sheshe. So, for example, no, why arthavat? The condition of arthavat only applies to a word which does not have any meaning. You must have a meaning. That means if something which doesn't have any meaning, that thing doesn't come into the picture. So why are you looking for something which has not been expressed with arthavat? Vyatirikta. So what is vyatirikta?
Outside the domain.
Yeah, bhinna. having left those the pratipadikars, etc., other than pratipadikars, etc.
What can be there like that? What word is
That's
there?
what you have to find. For example, Angangi Bhava.
That is sambandha. That's not the pada.
What?
Angangi bhava
Okay.
is sambandha. But here we are talking of the pada.
What is container contained? Sense of container contained. Father and son. That is sambandha. It is not just sambandha. Pashoha padaha. Foot of an animal. Pituhu putraha. Father's son.
So it is between two words that the sambandha.
No, just go look before what are the meanings which have been expressed. If you have a meaning which has not been expressed by the meanings given earlier, then you use sashti. You know, go at the beginning, karmani dvitiya. The meaning of karman has been expressed. It says that use dvitiya. And then go through each rule and what meanings are stated to be expressed. And then rule out all those meanings. And then if you have a meaning which is not covered with the meanings stated earlier, then you use sashti.
Then why that additional pratipadika vyatirikta? Why did he not stop at karmadibhyaha or vyatirikta?
Okay, in the Rajakaya Vastram Dadati, as against that I am using Rajakasya Vastram Dadati. Do you find the meaning of Rajakasya? In other words, there is a dana kriya which is not established properly because you are giving the dana with the expectation that it will return.
Just for work and coming.
So that's why you are using sashti. Now tell me what pratipadika has expressed that meaning.
It is not covered under karmadibhyaha.
No, I want you to tell me what pratipadika has been expressed with Rajakasya. Right? So tell me what meaning. I'm being the devil's advocate, but the thing is,
Karmadityaha anyaha means the karagas starting from karma.
yeah.
So we are leaving that. So anyaha karmadityaha anyaha other than karmadi karagas. And pratipadika vyatiriktaha is actually excluding the prathama vibhakti usage.
Yeah.
Because pratipadika is for prathama.
Yeah, right.
So we are even leaving that. So in no way we should not get confused that if karmadityaha means it can be even prathama. Prathama can be included. Even to avert that, even to exclude that, it can be.
Yeah, that's another way of looking at it. Yes, because it says pratipadika matra. Okay, so that will also include that. Anyway, shall we move?
Yeah, please proceed.
Shall we move? Because, you know, for me, I don't know, some or the other, I find that is no question for me. Yeah. I found a couple of others too. So I have to go back and maybe edit it. Or maybe I have already edited it, I went through the corrections. Abhidarthasjanate karane. Sashti occurs after a nominal stem to express as a remainder the karana of the action denoted by jna. See here, Shastriji, he is getting the karana of the jna expressed with sashti. So in other words, he doesn't like us to follow that general rule of assignment of karana. So anyway, Adhigarthadesham karmani. These are the adjustments that are being made. The word adhigarthaha means smaranarthaha, those which denote the meaning of smarana, remembrance, as made clear by whatever. The word adhigartha means blah, blah, blah. Thus, daya is used in the sense of giving, motion, and protection. Isha is used in the sense of Aishwarya, splendor, supremacy. A Sashti is introduced to express the karman, object of actions denoted by those roots which when the same is desired to be expressed as a remainder. Shesha. Consider maturadhyati, matuhu smarati. These can also be covered with vivaksha. So if you have the vivaksha of expressing it this way, then you can be using that. Why do we state the condition of karmani? When karmani is to be expressed, consider matur gunaha. Okay, guna is smarati, remembers his mother by her qualities. For Sashti in Matu does not denote object. Why do we state the condition of Sheshe? Consider Mataram Smarati, where object is being expressed. Yeah. Sato Gurantaradhanam Pratyatna. This is a very good one-word explanation for. Now I put the question, Shastriji, what is samskara?